Hi, I'm Chuck Carringer. The topic of this Leadership Nugget is strategy. This is the second video in a series on 6 essential elements of organizational leadership. If you'd like to see last week's video on vision or the overview video on the 6 essential elements, please visit chuckcarringer.com. There are numerous viewpoints and perspectives on strategy, wide-ranging perspectives. For our purposes, let's define strategy as the actions we will take to accomplish our objectives. Our strategy will serve as a framework to help make organizational decisions. I'd like to offer 5 strategic considerations as you build your strategy. First is strengths. Where's your organization the strongest? Where do you have advantages in the marketplace? Are you taking full advantage of your strengths? Second, weaknesses. Where are you not as strong? Where is there a vulnerability? Can you mitigate the areas of weakness that you have as you form your strategy? Third consideration is the market. Where's the market going? What are the trends in your industry? Can you be on the front of those trends? Can you lead the way on a trend, or can you be an early adopter to take full advantage and incorporate that new trend in your strategy? The fourth consideration is the competition. Who's your competition first, and where are they the strongest? Where can you take advantage of your competition, and where could they hurt you, and how can you mitigate it? The fifth consideration is your people or talent. Do you have the right people, the needed talent to execute the strategy that you're outlining? 5 strategic considerations. I'd like to offer an illustration using last week's Super Bowl as the framework. Now, last week's Super Bowl was between Kansas City and Tampa Bay. I'm a Steelers fan, so I just enjoyed watching the game and really didn't have a vested interest in who won. But I imagine as those two teams prepared for the big game, they had numerous strategic considerations. I would imagine they had these same 5 strategic considerations. First, they considered their strengths. Where is their team the strongest? What do they do best? And they wanted to make sure they didn't go away from their strengths. There's something that had gotten them to that point, the opportunity to play in the Super Bowl. They wanted to make sure they utilized their strengths to their fullest capability. Where are they the strongest? Secondly, weaknesses. Where could their opponent potentially hurt them? What are their weaknesses, and how can they mitigate those for this Super Bowl game? Third, the market. Football's changed a lot through the years. There have been new strategic opportunities on offense and changes on defense. And those teams playing last week, they were on the cutting edge of those changes. They were using strategies that were on the upper end of what was happening in football. They had to stay fresh to stay on top of the market. Fourth, competition. In football, you don't have to look very far to find your competition. They're just on the other side of the ball. What do they do well? What do we do well? What will our competition try to do to negatively impact us, and how can we cause our competition problems? Same questions we're asking in business. Where can we take advantage of our competition? Where could our competition hurt us? Fifth, both teams likely had to ask the question, do we have the right personnel, the right players to execute the strategy that we've laid out? Talent or people? It's the same considerations that we're asking each day on the business side. 5 strategic considerations for you as you form and frame your strategy. Next week's video, we'll discuss execution, how we go about accomplishing our strategy, the processes we'll use to execute to accomplish our strategy. Thanks for watching this Leadership Nugget.